approaching, we've asked them to reply in writing, but we're also giving them the opportunity to reply today. If you are elected Mayor on 11 October, what will you try to achieve during your first 100 days in office? And perhaps if we reverse the order of the speeches, so number 6.
You want me to go first?
We're missing a number 6.
Yeah, no, you're missing 5. No, number 5.
No 5. No 5.
There's only 6 people up there, aren't there?
Who's number 7?
Margaret.
Okay, Margaret, yours.
I'll have it for mine just a second. So, what will I do in the first 100 days? The first thing is to ring and congratulate the councillors who have elected, and the second thing is to ring those who are not successful but are prepared to put their names forward and thank them as well. The next thing is to make sure that the man I've got to actually redo the contract for the CCO is actioned and gets into gear, because if we don't say what is in the contract, staff make it up as they go along and we have no direction from them. And I've told you before, double the number of staff, double the number of rates, and it's going to increase as well. So reality is making sure that we've got a contract where you, the people, and the councillors are in control. That we actually make sure we're out there consulting with you and keeping you well informed, because I don't believe in sausage sizzles. You and I and we have work to do, and if we don't work together, we don't succeed. And we want this place to be something that's special. So how can we do it if we don't involve all of us in making sure that we're developing the roads, the land, develop it, and making sure that we work with central government to actually for them to do their piece. For example, the Te Puna to Mokoroa Road, which was meant to be 4 lanes in 2015, said smart growth, and instead of that, the last government took it off the 10-year plan. Now, we can't work in local government with such a position, and so it's really vitally important that you have a council that can actually lock in with whoever is the MP and the government of the day to make sure that we are working and getting what we need. So my job is to actually coordinate and unite, and so that Western Bay is a place to be proud of. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret.
How long is that?
Same time as Margaret.
Just doing this at
How
all.
much time are these people speaking for? What time are they being given? Sorry? 1 minute.
Margaret predicts a few, fortunately.
Turn around and look at the second hand if you want to get yourself a big
I saw her the other day. Worked alongside 6 years. She didn't recognise me. Didn't know who I was. Known her for 6 years. I was like, oh,
I just want to know when the minute starts.
she'd be only doing anything probably.
Okay, this is a very good question, and if I was to be elected mayor, then the first thing I would want to do is get a briefing from the CEO, find out what's going on, what does council need from the elected members, what's happening with the regional deal, what's happening with the Water Services Organisation. I'd hold a councillor summit, get to know each other, find out what all our expectations are, do some visioning, goal setting, set some realistic targets about what we think we can achieve. Obviously the CEO framework needs to be established for the recruitment. What attributes do we want, what experience, what personality type I think is very important, and we can also start thinking about KPIs which will be set by the governance team, not by the CEO himself. Committee structure, we will need to decide that, appoint a deputy mayor, chairs and deputies based on relevant experience and obviously interest. I think workshop attendees, I would be keen to invite the community board chairs to council workshops as they were in the past. Community board delegations, that's also very important, but maybe that can follow, but annual plan, we need to get onto that straight away. What's in, what's out, core services, what's not core, consultation approach. And one final thing if I can, the rates review discussion. Are we going to review our rating structure and where the money comes from? And that's quite an important one. We've done it in 2012, I think. We did it again in 2018. We haven't made a huge amount of changes.
I'm not going to focus on the internal meeting and greeting. I'm going to focus on what matters to you. So the first job is with the council, and it's the council employs the CEO, not the mayor. So you've got to work with the council. So we've talked about the importance of getting the right CEO, a new direction for the CEO. I've talked about a top-down, bottom-up, full strategic review. That's going to kick off straight away, partly because we can't afford a big jump in rates next year. So the interim CEO is going to have to do some more work, and she's already been working on it, to make sure your rates don't go through the roof. There's a couple of big things going on in the background. Not my stomach, there's the regional deal, which is very important. I get the bell. Amokanawa has stalled its growth because of the lack of a school there. So that's a really important part of the regional deal that we're working on, all of us. And then there's the Water's Done Well, which is going into a council-controlled organisation. The key is council-controlled, which one of my fellow candidates seems to have forgotten.
Sorry, my understanding of reverse wasn't reversing. So I identified the same in terms of dealing with the issues within the senior leadership team, refining the regional deal for the Western Bay of Plenty and focusing on core public services and with particular attention to water. I intend to, my first 100 days I would fall over because you would have the first Māori Samoan mayor for the Western Bay of Plenty, but I thank my ancestors and I focus on the challenges within the council that I believe are leadership based in terms of having a good leader and having good culture on the table. 30 seconds. So around improving the culture of the board. So these people know one another. I don't know them. I've never worked with them. So if I was to be elected, I would first begin to suss all these people out and then check the rainbows and the whirlpools in the room, because that really determines how far you can go with people. Kia ora.
You never know.
Keeps pushing the buttons. Right, g'day everyone. First job I'd do if I was elected mayor obviously would be to get hold of all the councillors, the successful councillors, get them together, interview them all, find out their strengths, their passions. They're going to be the key going forward. They're going to drive the ship. 4 of them will become chairs alongside myself. The other 5 will be deputy chairs if I'm the boss. We're going to commence that chief executive recruitment. That's vital. We need a new chief executive to drive the ship. That is vital to this district. A lot of talk about people promising dropping rates. Guess what happened 11 months ago? I was the only councillor who voted against the long-term plan. It sets in motion a wheel that is a steamroller. It's 9% per year compounding. You do that, that's 100% rate increase. I voted against that. I was a lone voice. It was out of control. We've got to get back to closer to inflation, much closer. That will take an amendment to the long-term plan. Staff will not like that. Believe me, I've been there, done there before. They only like putting together a long-term plan once every 3 years. We have to change it. We have to consult with you. That's how change will happen. That's how we will get back in line with inflation. There's no other way to do it.
There are some big things to get done and achieved at the start of the next term. I will initiate the selection of a new CEO, and that will continue later into the year, and it's an important decision, and I intend to involve all the councillors in that. I hope to be able to sign off a regional deal before the end of the year or early next year. Negotiations are underway, and a decision will come to council in due course. Due diligence will be progressing for local waters done well, and that will require close attention from myself as mayor and the other councillors, and there's some key decisions to be made. Delegations to community boards will be important. Now that we have representation across the district in a consistent way, there are some opportunities for making those stronger delegations. Lastly, I'll have a detailed discussion with my elected members about what they want to achieve over the next 3 years. I would like to achieve a consensus on some of the major topics so that we have some common goals to work towards. Thank you.